my god, I am happy to deliver this to you. I feel like I start a lot of these with like, oh my god, I'm excited, oh my god, I'm happy. But I am, and I hope you can feel that, and I hope it transfers to you. Because Martin Lewis and I have been talking a little bit. and we've been DMing back and forth about Peter, and he's been writing comments in my videos. And I found out that he actually has a video where he responds to the shit that Peter Monn did to him. And I was like, oh, there's a video. So I started looking for it. And I found it, and the BetterHelp stuff came up, so I haven't been able to cover it yet. But I was gonna do it, and then Martin writes, he's like, hey, in case you want more info, want to talk about it, here's the video. And I'm like, great minds think alike, and beautiful hair does too, because he's got the cutest little fucking curls. I love Martin. Martin could fucking hate me. He could secretly be like, I hate that bitch, and I still fucking love Martin. Martin to me is good people. I do. I love Martin. So I wanted to do a video because he actually stands up to Peter, one of the few people that that does or had done it back then. You know, because Peter's just the saint we can't touch because he comes across as such a loud, fucking imposing, bullying person, and also, though, the Oprah of YouTube, the white Oprah, the white gay Oprah, so we can't touch him, right? But I love Martin. Martin will tell you like it is. He will be fair, he will be polite, but he will put you in your place. I fucking love him. So I wanted to share with you guys some of the, not messages, but some of the comments we had back and forth where he was giving me some of this information talking about this, and then we'll get into the video. So take a look. So on one of the first videos that Martin had spoken up about this, he opened up and Martin Lewis had said, I remember guessing Karina, because here for the tea and her minion, Harley, Jen, MUA. What is MUA? I see MUA everywhere. We're both dumb as fuck and said it was a troll account when it obviously wasn't. Then Peter came on, I think, day or so later, bringing hypocritical mess. And then he writes, Peter's a fucking man-child. After watching this, I'm just so cringe. And keeps going on other videos. Oh my god, get my veggies. And then he says, oh my god, after the stream, I made my video and called him out and decided not to be friends with him. Because I caught him in his lies and hypocrisy. And I honestly thought was normal debate and shit, but then looking into it there was more into it, which I didn't realize. In case you guys are wondering, I'm sure he won't mind because it's not like we're saying any private information. Here is the DM that we had together where he's talking about, hey, if you want the video, here it is. And I'm like, yes, please. Again, I absolutely love Martin. Here it is. Okay, so now we're gonna get in the video. This video gives a little more context. And by the way, if you haven't, please go subscribe to Martin. Martin Lewis Resurrected. He does not need my help. Obviously, he's done really well, but I'm using his content and I love him to pieces. I want to promote my boy. Please get out there and please go give this video a like. I will have it in the description. Go check out this old video, give it a like, give it a view, tell them Joy sent you just to be polite or just to show some support. I always want to try to show support people to people who are kind to me or nice to me or fuck, even just fair and respectful, right? That's why, like I've said with Petty Paige, you know, there are things I don't like, there are things I find hypocritical, but at the end of the day, I respect her. And even if she doesn't with me, I respect her. So anyway, without further ado, here is the video where he responds to this and he gives a little bit more information. I will be doing some cuts and kind of come in there and talking a little bit, but I love Martin. Okay, here it is. Check it out.
What up everyone, it's your boy Martin Lewis and welcome to this week of Fake Ass YouTubers.
Right off the bat, I want to say thank you, Martin. He didn't do that. It's your boy Martin Lewis. I guess I'm doing it for him. It's so, I love Martin, but the intro is so annoying. But you know what? Motherfucker's smart because that intro was effective. It sticks in your head. It's still in my head, so when he didn't do it, I'm like, but why did Martin do it? And I'm like, wait, I don't like it. Why am I rooting for him to do it? Because our boy is good at marketing. Anyways, just wanted to throw that in there. Continue.
Okay, we got a lot of drama to spill, and this is the name that you guys voted for. Really? Now you put me in a box. You got, this is the first drama, okay? I had it with you guys, okay? The name that you guys voted on, really? This week in Fake Ass YouTubers. I'm talking about nice things too. You put me in a box, but maybe it's a good box and maybe that's what you want to see. But I wanted to talk about good-ish too, you know? Not just fake bitches. Shit. Sometimes drama doesn't involve fake bitches. Sometimes it just involves miscommunication. So, you calling those people fake when they're not? You feel me?
And remember, per Peter Monn, he's pretty thuggish. Martin Lewis is pretty thuggish. And remember, in SJTobia culture, that's the new N-word. Not saying that I believe it. I am just calling Peter Monn once again in his own hypocrisy. But look at you, Thug Martin, dripping with sarcasm if people don't realize, because so many people aren't going to understand that. But then again, I do joke serious, so maybe joke's on me. Maybe it's my fuck up. Fuck it, we're just going to have fun anyways. You get offended and I'll have fun, and hopefully somewhere in the middle we'll fucking meet.
I don't know about this name, but this is what you guys voted for. I think we should do a redraw, and I spelt messy leftovers, and plus you guys trying to make me look bad by giving me messy leftovers. What type of shit is that? Now let's get to the other drama instead of my third world YouTube problem drama.
Nitpicky side note, it would be first world YouTube drama problems, Martin. With you being such a thug, proclaims Peter. You should know that in thug culture, right, Martin? Get it right, Martin. Martin.
On the first Friday episode that I did 2 weeks ago, a lot of you guys were basically asking me on Younow if Peter Monn and Heath the T are friends, and honestly I just wanted to know if it was people trolling and it was consistent. So I was like, oh my god, I'm just going to ask him. I legit ignored it for a while, okay? As an adult, okay? I think I thought at that time Peter had a little bit more credibility, and he could be like, oh yeah, we're friends, or he can say, nah, we're not friends, we respectfully disagreed on something and we're moving on.
Well, you fucked up, didn't you, Martin? You thought he had a little more credibility and was mature. And you know what, Martin? Don't fucking judge people. That's on you. It's on you for going around and judging people and giving them the benefit of the doubt and being compassionate. Who fucking does that?
We're not trying to make this a drama or anything. We're just respectfully going our own way. And cool, you know, he could have easily answered something like that. So last week, I believe it was last week, you guys were hitting me up saying, Heath the T dragged Peter Monn, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, really? This again? Are you guys trolling me? Like, I honestly thought people were just trolling me, okay? Or just thinking something that wasn't, you know, which most likely probably was the case. But anyway, I end up asking Peter Monn, is it true that Heath the T dragged you? Just a simple question, okay? I was just curious. I wanted to know, so I asked him while he was on his stream. Well, he kind of flipped and turned it into like something else.
He sure as fuck did, because Martin, you judged him to be mature and have, what is it you said, like credibility? And again, that's on you. Don't ever go into something with kindness towards other people and give them the benefit of the doubt. Then what happens then is we have people like Peter Monn. If you guys don't know, I'm being sarcastic. I'm totally being sarcastic. Yeah, poor Martin. Martin, like, okay, let me give you some insight. Martin, I believe, has the best of intentions. Martin many times has come to me just saying, hey, I wanted to get some info because he's trying to set the record straight. And he has no bias, he just wants to know what the fuck is going on. And Martin is right, a lot of times, 70% of some of the drama, the stupid stuff is just really dumb miscommunication a lot. Now there are awful stuff that happens, you know, and shit talking, and you talk about it. But so Martin's like, okay, let's clear it up. Thinking Peter had the maturity, if you guys remember the other video, had the maturity to be like, hey, let's clear this up. And Peter flipped his shit. Just flipped his shit over a question. Although Peter came at Martin immediately going, in a live stream going, why did you have Karina on your stream? Why did you do that? And we're just giving him, literally just completely interrogating him and giving him the third degree. So Peter can do it, but Martin can't, right? Because logic and reasoning. Because apparently the rules don't apply to Peter fucking Monn.
People saying, why are people... You know, Martin, I just want to say this, okay? While I have you on here live, I consider you a friend. But you never just message me and say things like, hey, how are you doing, Peter? Or like, hey, I really enjoyed your video. Or, what's going on with you? Like, I haven't talked to you in a while.
If you guys haven't seen that video, again, go see it so you can have more context. Is it just me, or is Peter acting like he's a jilted ex-lover of Martin's? Doesn't it kind of, like, I don't know, there's this weird vibe with it, which I have a video that I am saving. We'll get into later. But you know, where I kind of put out there some weirdness Peter has said and done towards Martin, but it does, doesn't it? It almost seems like he's like personally offended, like how Rep's almost like, I've spent too much emotional energy on you. And I was like, what are you talking about? You're acting like we dated. I don't know. That across to me. What do you guys think?
You always just come right out and ask the question that you feel like you need to know to go report on something or talk about it in a live stream. I don't ever talk about you in my live streams. I don't ever talk about your business. I don't ever come to you and ask you for statements on the drama and all that kind of stuff.
He's basically implying that what I did was wrong, okay? Even though Peter Monn talks about people, hello, he's a freaking commentary drama channel, whatever you want to call it. He talks about people too. The hypocrisy was so strong that Younow broke. Okay, it didn't break, but you know.
I have no idea what Sam said in a live stream about me. I gave you a statement for your video. That's what I have to say. So...
You guys hear that at the end? Like, I'm not trying to nitpick, but it does. It sounds like he's like a pissed off ex of Martin's. It's weird.
And the first time I did ask him is because he can diffuse it. Like, people are saying all this ish. You can easily be an adult and be like, okay, we're not friends anymore, but, you know, we agreed to disagree and go our own directions. We wish the best for each other. You know what I mean? You don't have to do this whole ish of we're friends. Like, you just got what you don't want. People going at you getting, oh, well, you're lying because you said you were friends.
And this is how Peter Martin works in the drama community. He wants to be friends with everybody so nobody talks shit on him and curl the narrative about everybody else while he talks shit on everybody else. And to my opinion, he does it through the manipulation of, well, we're friends, when he's really not friends, because he throws a lot of these people under the bus, except for Martin, which he may or may not want to or have dated in his mind.
Later on after that stream, I end up tweeting, time to think about this, since you made it a public thing at Peter, because Peter did make it a public thing that I'm not messaging him or asking him how he is or whatever, you was wrong. You never ask how I am in a while, so for you to get upset over something so silly was wrong on your behalf. And it really was. It was wrong on his behalf. Like, why are you gonna get upset over something you don't do?
Tell him, Martin! Tell it! Oh, I love it. I love Martin. Martin completely calls his shit out. Because remember, Peter can go in a video and immediately give him the third degree without, but he just basically says, hey Martin, what's up Martin? Why'd you have Karina on your stream? Why'd you have her on your stream? What are you doing that for? That's really bad, you shouldn't do that. And I'm glad Martin called him out, because Peter needs to be in check, which is why I'm so happy his comeuppance is coming and being delivered.
Peter ended up messaging me after that and said, I'm not going to get in an argument over what I said last night. I'm sorry if you thought I was upset and if I don't ask you how you're doing. It sounded like you were upset. Why else would you bring that up? Because you're happy? You brought it up because you're upset, bruh.
And here's like another line. I'm not going to get in an argument over this, but then says you're not upset. And I love Martin calling him out in it. Peter, your body language and everything about you and what you do and say says you're upset. Even you writing saying, I'm not going to start or create or continue an argument. Peter, here's the thing. You drew first blood. Now Martin's just defending himself. So if anybody was starting the argument, it was you. So don't say you're not going to argue when you're the one actually starting the shit. You're doing that. It's fun to watch this guy who says he's a therapist or whatever the fuck have very little self-awareness.
All I was attempting to say was that I think it would be nice if all of us made an attempt to be friendly to each other, not just ask for receipts. No, buddy. Now you're trying to, like, what's it called? Excuses, not excuses. Justify the way you acted on that stream. You're trying to justify it. You didn't say all of us, you said me, okay? You said me at the start of that stream. I don't know if you said it later on when we were debating or whatever, but I know at the start it definitely was about me.
And again, from my opinion, this is Peter's way of trying to be controlling. Peter sees, oh shit, I kind of started a fire here. Let me go ahead and try to put it out quickly. And Peter, once again, as Peter does fabulously, he's trying to be hypocritical about it. And I want to say it again because it makes me laugh. He draws first blood and then puts it on Martin. I'm not going to argue about this. Like, literally, takes no responsibility for his part and what he did and puts it all on Martin like it's Martin's fault and Martin's being the prick. And Martin absolutely was about you. It was all aimed at you. And he just wants to all of a sudden quickly get right with all these YouTubers because he realized the bigger he grows, the more of a target he has on his back when he's doing shady shit to other people. You guys are all his friends. You can't talk about him, but he can throw you under the fucking bus whenever he wants to. It's weird. It's weird for a dude his age to have little self-awareness, being a therapist, and act this way to other people and think he can get away with it. And nobody's allowed to talk about it.
I hope that makes sense. I wasn't really trying to start anything. And I don't think he was trying to start anything. I just think he was hurt and upset for no reason. He probably wanted to lash out on me or make everyone think about something else instead of him and here for the tea situation. It was just really, really stupid the way he acted. And for the record, Martin, if I haven't been a better friend in the past, I apologize. I'm trying to do a better job at getting along with everyone. I'm not perfect, but I'm trying to be better.
Like, he ends that message on a positive note, but to me it still seems like there's manipulation going on. He sets the tone and the boundary right away. He's not going to argue the argument he started and he created, and then at the end kind of owns up a little bit to his own hypocrisy, even though we keep seeing him be a bigger and bigger hypocrite.
So that was his response. Do I hate Peter? I don't hate Peter. I just think what he did was really stupid. He could have handled it a lot better, okay? Now it does turn out He for the Tea isn't friends with Peter. She made a subtweet saying, "End of the day, I know I was a good friend. I spent hours and hours of my own time trying to help and be there for you when you felt like the world was closing in on you. You were not a good friend to me, and by the way, you're not a good friend to D. D for Dustin." Okay, she's not talking about the friend downstairs. "Hope the betrayal was worth it. Let this be a lesson. You have one friend who has been loyal as F to you, yet you never stand up for him the way he's done for you time and time again. Don't let what happened between us happen between you guys."
Interesting little bit of foreshadowing. This happened a few months ago, and in that time, look what's happened with Dustin. So there were rumblings that Dustin was on some level being mistreated poorly, however you want to look at that. Now, it's the YouTube game. I don't know Dustin, so I've heard reports he's shady too. I don't know. I don't really know the situation because you never fully know what's going on with the other YouTubers because there's so much happening behind the scenes. But from everything we're seeing so far with Peter, I kind of side, and what we're seeing is this foreshadowing. I kind of side with these other people about it. I just find it really weird that he was warned about this a few months ago, how he's treating people.
Now, just to confirm, she was talking about Peter. She said this on Younow. Play it.
"I know in my heart, I know I was a friend to Peter. I tried to help him. I don't care what anybody says. When that whole thing was going on."
Martin put a picture of a gnome riding a troll. Fuck you, Martin.
I helped get that shit together on Twitter, where the beauty influencers started retweeting and stuff like that, and barely any of them followed him before.
So I don't know all this. I don't even know who Here the Tea. Here for the Tea? Here of the Tea. That doesn't make sense. That sounds like a better help terms of service clause they put in there. So I don't know who Here for the Tea is. I mean, I've heard the name. It's no shade. I just don't know some of these players. But yeah, I find her statement very, very interesting, that it sounds like she's the one that rallied all of the big support for Peter when John Cookian came after him. So I don't know what their drama is. I don't know their situation. Maybe she'll talk a little more about it. Let's keep listening.
She also implied that their friendship was always about him.
"But I know in my heart that I was a good friend to him. I know that I spent time out of my day, every single day, speaking to him on the phone about his own ideas that he wanted. Always about his own shit, not about mine. It was always, what video can I do?"
Martin, stop it with the fucking trolls. You have a troll on a cell phone looking ornery as fuck. Quit it.
"Today, what video should I make today? What this should I do today?" That's all it was. It was honestly never about me.
She said she had some things that can shock you guys.
If I was the piece of it that everybody thinks I am, I could really blow the lid off this situation. I really could. I could show you things that you would be shocked.
I'm not quite sure what Peter did, but apparently it was something that was a big slap in her face, and judging by the subtweet, it was some type of betrayal.
Direct slap in my face. After everything that I did, this was a direct slap in my face.
So he ends up moving on to like other dramas. Like the video had other things going on that I didn't really know about, didn't really care about, but I wanted to cover this. You know, interesting, because we've heard Peter talk about this in like some of his streams and stuff, or his driving around with the fucking camera stuff. Like, you know, it seems like when something happens, he's on the phone with 10 different people during the day and freaking out about what to do. It seems like this is just my opinion, it seems like he doesn't have a lot of emotional, like, self-control with some of this stuff, and that's why he comes across the way he does sometimes. I didn't have a lot of emotional self-control, and I was going through the harassment and being really sick at the same time, so I can kind of empathize, but it's not like, from my perspective, his issues, it's not like somebody's dying or he's, you know, got poor health and dealing with big shit. It's just like he can't handle the own shit that he creates, you know? I can see, like, and Peter's done that. We've already seen him do that in live streams. He comes on and just starts demanding shit from Martin Lewis without saying hi, but then it's like, you're not a good friend to me. You don't ever say hi to me. So, like, we've already seen signs of that. Maybe he's not like that all the time. I don't know. By the way, doesn't this motherfucker have 6 channels? Didn't he just make a channel? Did people send this to me? Yeah, I saw this on Jan's review. Go subscribe. She's adorable. Jan's review talks about Peter and it's hilarious. He did a video about, like everything pumpkin spice, reviewing pumpkin spice from Starbucks. I didn't see it, I just saw Jan's video and it's really, really funny. I'm just sitting here, I'm like, isn't that like 6 channels now? Basically, this motherfucker is filming himself constantly. Like, does he think he's his own YouTube reality show? I'm just laughing about that because it's just like, when does he not film? And he's uploading almost daily to these channels or even every other day. I know just putting up 2 videos a day on one channel is hard enough. Holy shit, he's just filming himself all the fucking time and just spewing what he thinks is his own fucking brilliance constantly, and you need to hear it and you should make money off of it. And listen, if that's his hustle, fine. I'm not knocking somebody's hustle. I've been prone to make lots of videos. I'm just saying, the reality is this motherfucker might be making 4, 5, 6 videos a fucking day. And a lot of it's just like him rambling around about shit, not knowing how to deal with himself, from what I've seen. Anyway, so, but at the same time, I know where I was at last year. I don't want to judge too much. I'm just saying, I don't think he's got a lot of, it just seems like he doesn't really know how to deal with himself or the shit he creates. So yeah, that's it. I thought this was a fun video. Thank you, Martin, for the comments, and thank you for sending me the video. Martin, I was already on it before you sent the video, but I appreciate it. Go subscribe to Martin Lewis Resurrected. Love it. And oh my God, Petty Paige's video. Hopefully when you guys see this, I don't know when this is going to drop. It's going to drop any second. As I filmed this, it hasn't dropped yet. So I am waiting, and I have videos stored and saved up for when it drops. Some stuff where I was like, ooh, girl, we're waiting for that. We still have to talk about whether what Peter did with his clients is ethical. We're gonna dive into all kinds of stuff. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Continue, y'all, to be blessing yourselves and blessing others, and continue to try to find the joy in the sparkles of the bullshit world. I love you guys. If you like this video, please get a thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. It all helps me in the algorithm, so haters, do your worst. Please leave a comment. I'm not responding to comments a lot right now because I'm getting over being sick, but every comment helps the algorithm, and I appreciate it, and hopefully at some point, I don't think I'll ever be able to catch up to all of them, but I will try, so you might hear from me. I can't guarantee it though. As well as if you're new, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. Here's how it works though. YouTube doesn't always recommend my stuff because it kind of hates me sometimes. I upload at 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. Central every single day. If I don't, I'm sick or something's wrong. So if it could be a YouTube tech issue. I'm having so many tech issues with my camera. I've got to get it fixed. I need new batteries. I got to figure this out. But okay, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next videos, as Mike and Actor would say. Go subscribe to Mike and Actor. What would it be? Goodbye. And then some kind of whoosh.